Hello? Hey, can you hear me? Yeah, I think you can. Hey, how's it going? Happy Monday. Welcome, have a seat. You know how we're always trying weird stuff here? Trying to figure stuff out and learn how to do new things? Well, I learned something new. In the process of learning it right now. And you you're helping me. You're learning with me. You don't even know it. Hey, Menenth. Hey, Swift. Hey, Nemo, Citizen. Good evening, everybody. Or early morning. Well, I've had something that's been on my to-do list for literally years. And I have finally undertaken the monumentous task of figuring this shit out. And it is not easy stuff. No. All right. You know how we've talked a lot about the audio situation, the mixer, interfaces, things like that? Okay, there's something called... How do I explain it? All right. There's a guy, a genius man, who made a program that will allow you to route your audio in a similar way to applications like virtual audio cables and voice meter banana and all this kind of stuff. But here's the thing. It uses your ASIO driver. It uses your ASIO card to do all the heavy lifting and all the processing, which is what you want, because a lot of these solutions, on the box, it does exactly what you want. And then you realize it's not really going to work because it's a virtual device. And sure, you can do amazing routing and all this stuff when it's virtual. But if you're doing audio production, you can't deal with that. You need to use your hardware. And this ASIO Link Pro does just that. It lets you route anything to anywhere. And Menenth, this might be a solution for you. I'm only a day in to really being able to wrap my head around it. So I'm not sure about all the possibilities. But ASIO Link Pro, yeah. A guy made this, right? And I don't know how he did it, but what it does is it interfaces with your interface and it creates a new interface, right? A new device in Windows, an ASIO device, and a Windows, WMD device. But it uses your own ASIO hardware to do the processing. So you're not like crippling yourself as you would with certain solutions. And I don't even understand how to explain the way the software works because I don't really get it, but it just works. And apparently it works with all sorts of different audio interfaces. It's not like driver specific or anything. And the interface is kind of a mess. And the hard part is really wrapping your head around it because it's just not designed for the mass market. It just doesn't make a lot of intuitive sense. But as you get going with it, and as you start figuring out your routing, and it all starts coming together, and you can see it, and the possibilities are amazing. So I'm able to take all of my inputs that are going, like think guitar, microphone, actual analog audio sources going into my mixer, and I could route those anywhere. And so what I've effectively done is I've created like 16 devices in Windows. So unique Windows audio input and output devices. And I have every input, whether the input is every input on my mixer going to its own audio device in Windows. So for example, in Discord, I have every single channel on my mixer represented. Now, naturally, I'm not using every single channel, so a lot of them I'm just going to remove because I don't need every single channel there. But the point is, I only was able to get this kind of functionality using the ASIO plugin for OBS. But the problem with that is all the ASIO plugin does is allow you to interface with, you know, your USB sends from your interface. But what this is doing is it's allowing you to have this middleman layer where you're able to create all kinds of submixes and send those to new devices in Windows. It's just insane. Like, if you Google this stuff and you look it up on YouTube, you'll find hundreds, if not thousands, of people talking about how to achieve this kind of functionality using all of these really, really weird, inconsistent, and unreliable solutions. And with what this thing is capable of doing so far and what I've noticed, and what I've read online, like this, it's like legendary software. It's just mind-blowing. It's like a secret. It feels like a secret, because if I had known that this was this powerful, I really would have jumped in a long time ago. And I truly would have saved myself dozens, maybe hundreds of hours over the years. Because again, like, this software is old. It's not new. And here's the thing. The guy that made it has unfortunately passed away. And he died, I don't know when. It was a long time ago. I feel like that was a long time ago. And so for a while, the software sat in limbo because it was like a paid software. So you couldn't use all the features because you couldn't purchase a license. And then somehow, I don't know what the entire story is. I've read little bits and pieces from different places, and I'm sure there's a summarized version somewhere. That'd be worth looking up, and I probably will. But I believe what happened was people in the audio community contacted this person's family, and somehow the nephew, I believe it was the nephew, got the rights to the software, and then he didn't open source it, I don't think, but he provided the software for free with a patcher. So now you can patch. It's almost like it's like using cracked software. You know, like there's a little like keygen type patcher thing. Not exactly a keygen, but if you know these things, you'll be familiar with what you see. But it's totally legit, and it unlocks all the features of this software, and it's just insane. It's just insane. Yeah, you know, and Meneth, regardless of what interface you use, I would really, really, really strongly suggest you learn this software, because you'll, like, the bigger the interface, the more possibilities you have with it. But even on the smallest interface, like, it's seemingly like one of the people that I read about or read using it was using it with the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. And he was like raving about how it's like made his experience way better. And I think that's the same one that you have. And I have that, well, i4, something. I can't remember. I have two different ones. One's big, one's small. But anyway, the point is, he was like really blown away with the additional functionality he was able to get out of his 2-channel interface. So I'm not exactly sure what his experience was, but it's nice to hear nonetheless. And man, I can't believe this is, it's been one of those things that you download and it's like floats around from computer to computer, you know? And like, I'm super familiar with seeing the folder because it's in my Google Drive applications folder, and I see it 100 times a day for years. And I never figured it out because it's kind of intimidating, at least for me. And what's weird with this stuff, it's so hard to like figure out like multi-stage routing because you have to load in your buffer multiple things for it to make sense. And it wasn't until I literally had to sit down and write out the signal path for it to make sense, and then go sit down at the computer and then make that signal chain, you know, in the thing, and then keep having to remind myself, wait, which row represents what? And I'm still at that stage where I'm constantly like forgetting as I move on to like third or fourth or fifth step. I keep forgetting what the first step represented and how it worked in the signal chain. But luckily, once you get it, you know, like all mapped out, maybe not even completely mapped out, but as you start mapping it out, you start visually understanding what is what. It's like, all right, this is my Windows speakers or input devices, and this is my ASIO device inputs, and these are my ASIO device outputs, which can be mixed or routed to any different thing, and it's just crazy. I'm so happy that I found it, and I'm using it today. This is totally different. I just got done redoing all the audio, and we've again redone the audio. And the cool thing is, this wouldn't be possible without the changes that we had incorporated last time we redid the audio. But now doing this, I feel like it's just the best possible investment of time. I feel so like the feeling of satisfaction in finally tackling something that was so daunting, to then be like kicking yourself for not doing it sooner because of how much value it's going to bring. And the worst part is I can't even say I'm surprised. I knew that this software was like a diamond in the rough. I knew it was worth investing my time into. I was just, I don't know, too lazy to do it. I think I just didn't understand really how simple it really is. And maybe like Meneth, you might even check it out and be like, oh, this makes perfect sense to me. And it might be one of those things, you know, where it just, the look of it can be really intimidating. All the little boxes and all the little squares. Geez, and I live in Excel. You'd think I'd be, you know, at home with boxes and squares. But no. I imagine this is what it sounds like when you talk about film theory or level design flow. Perhaps. Yeah, Nemo, it's very exciting. All right, and now, unrelated to any of that, I'm trying to figure out why. I mean, I think it's unrelated. It's probably not unrelated. I probably broke something in the process of doing this. Let's see, where is it? All right, that's not the button. Let me try this one. Huh. All right. Exactly that, Meneth. Oh, I see what the problem was. Oh man, this is probably the first time I've ever done this. I forgot to load my auto hotkey script. What a noob. That's supposed to be the first thing you do. All right. Did I not do it? Let's see. All right, how come this button doesn't work? All right, how come it worked then? I don't know. I don't know anything. That's all I know for sure. So I'm probably gonna have to make some adjustments to audio and stuff. Let me know how things sound, if you guys don't mind. I'm expecting anomalies, and I'm expecting the unexpected. No, and that doesn't make it expected. That is, in fact, not how it works. I need to find a way to... Oh, wait, didn't I already have... I thought I already had a way to do this. To turn off that little raid icon. I had a button for it. I don't know where the button went. You think it sounds great? Good, good. Yeah. So this is an old mic. I've got a few of these and I love them. I'm a huge fan, but what I'm not a fan of is you know, I don't like how it looks. Like, I don't like having a big, huge mic, like, you know, especially, you know, you put work into like how things look, right? Well, things to look nice, and then then you put a big ugly microphone in front of it. I hate it. Yeah, I roll off the low end. I know it drives some people crazy with these SM7s when, you know, some people are pretty obnoxious with the low end. They want to think that they're movie trailer voice guy. So I probably end up going overboard with my low cut. I'll move it up a little bit there. Hey, Sora. Good to see you. Yeah, this SM7B it's kind of got plenty of low end though. I kind of have a muddy voice. There's a lot of low end frequencies that are pretty problematic in my voice. All right. Okay, check. Hello. And I'm doing all my EQing on the mixer, which is pretty neat. Oh yeah, well, Swift, that's actually good to know. I want to know what it sounds like for everyone, you know, because I don't like these days. Nobody is listening on, you know, like a similar thing. Everyone's either got headphones or listening on their phone or listening on their TV or their computer with desktop speakers, or, you know, like there's always so many different things, and I'm always curious what it sounds like to you, because I know what it sounds like to me, but this is not an accurate representation of what is even making it through the stream almost. And I want to make sure that however you guys listen, you're able to hear things and all that. Nice, Meneth. I'm not mixing in 5.1 yet. I've done a lot of experimentation with 5.1 and binaural audio, and oh my gosh. One day I can't wait. I can't wait to do a surround sound production. There's so much fun stuff. Has just enough low end to sound pleasing without going overboard. Good. I did increase. I did slide out that cutoff. So we're getting a bit more low end through. I'm glad it's not overbearing. And All right, what else? So far we've got the microphone, we've got the background audio. All right, now here's a cool thing. Um, I made multiple instances of a few different things, and background audio is one of them. Well, the music, right? So the music is coming from Wheatley, and Wheatley's sending the music into the mixer, and then it goes from the mixer into ASIO Link Pro, and then from ASIO Link Pro, it goes out into OBS. But OBS has two instances of the same channel. And the reason I do that is because I can put effects on one and then leave the other one clean without any effects. And when I say effects, I don't mean anything crazy. Like right now, the background music, listen. Sounds totally normal, right? But there's actually a lot of EQ shaving that's going on right now. So because I have two different versions, two different instances essentially of the same audio source, one of them has a lower volume with a very simple, lightweight VST EQ applied to shave off some of the frequencies that are in the more predominant vocal range. And by doing that, it makes it, well, the idea is that by doing that, it'll make it sit a little bit better in the mix. There's a few different reasons why I didn't do this in the past, because I am not hearing the version that you're hearing, because it's all being done in OBS. Now, yes, I can monitor OBS, but there is going to be quite a bit of delay there, and it wouldn't be a good real-time monitoring solution, but I can toggle it on and off to just get a sense of where things are at. It's still not as valuable as I wish it was. But what's really neat is I can have as many of these instances of the same channel set as I want, which is not like, that's not a crazy thing. You can do that in OBS. But I guess the whole revelation of it is just the way it ties into the workflow with like the foot switches and the stream deck and all the things. I'm almost wishing that we could put Raid back, get him out of the robot body, because there's a lot that he could now do. But I don't want to do that because I know how he feels, and he's like super ecstatic. He was doing like exercises all day, literal exercises. I couldn't believe it. I was in there and I didn't know what the sound was. So I come climbing up. I see him doing all these crunches and jumping jacks. I didn't even know it was possible. So he's kind of pooped. Yeah, he's out of it. All right. Now, let's see. We've got game audio, which is not here yet. Also, here, watch. If I toggle off, so you write two instances of music, right? So this is the background music version. And this is the full version. You wouldn't really use that other one when I'm talking, but you can probably hear the difference in the frequency spectrum, in what's represented there. Naturally, the most obvious difference is going to be the volume level, but you'll also be able to hear the high end is kind of pulled down in this instance that you're hearing now. All right, now we're gonna click on, we're gonna turn off the music, and we're gonna go on with the game. But what would I do with sleeve audio? Oh, well, naturally you take your sleeve audio and you got to route it 3 times in parallel. If you don't do it in parallel, then your phase converters, they'll distort. And once it starts distorting, it goes into a feedback loop, and it could, I mean, theoretically, it could de-seed your, not your processor, your BIOS. That's it. So you don't want to de-seed your BIOS. I mean, you don't need me to tell you why that's a bad idea. All right. Now we're gonna see this thing. Boop. Did it work? Oh no, it didn't work. Damn it. Oh, hold on. Pretend I didn't try it yet. All right, are you pretending? All right. Sometimes the Stream Deck, see, here's another. The Stream Deck, it can be really, really annoying sometimes because it just slows down. Way down. And I know, I'm sure there's a reason why. I'm sure there's a logical explanation. But here's the thing. My MIDI and OSC foot controllers, they never slow down. The second I push the button, it happens. And I think that's kind of the thing, right? I mean, that's the nature of MIDI. Like, it's robust, it's solid. It's built to be a reliable music transmission protocol or whatever. So it's going to be reliable. But the Stream Deck, if it was a MIDI device, what a nightmare that would be. Hey, how's it going? Sora? Good to see you. You did recognize the noises? That's funny. All right, Sora's here. I don't know if Sora's in a talking mood or not, but I don't know if I have it turned on. Oh my God, I can't believe it's working. I didn't even have to push any buttons. Hi, can you actually hear me right now? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I spoke too soon. Oh, hey, are you here? No. Oh, am I? Oh, here. I forgot. Thank you. That's such an easy fix, and I love easy fixes. No, I'm not. Hey, how's it going? Nice, man. Good to see you. All right, I don't think anyone on the stream can hear you yet, but I'm gonna hit the button now. All right, now say hello. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, hold on. All right, it looks like it's working, though. Maybe I did the wrong one. All right, say hello again. Oh. All right, let me see. You know, with the creepy Wolfenstein background sounds, it makes this whole process really, really intense. I feel like someone's going to come around the corner and I have to hurry up and fix this before they get here. Oh, why is the replay buffer going? It shouldn't be going. Oh, no. I dropped my Steam controller. I know, and I have it plugged in too. Damn it. I know. All right. It's fine. It's totally fine. USB ports are very, very strong and they never break. That's the thing with USB ports, especially teeny tiny ones. No, they never break. That's the beauty of the technology is USB ports never break. You can bend them, you can jiggle them. Come on, Sora. My Steam controller can hear you right now. Yeah, they can't hear you still. I know it. That's so hilarious, the things you're saying. Hey, anybody, you guys can feel free to watch the show in Discord, and you'll actually be able to say hello as well. You'll hear Sora in the Discord. That's true as well. All right, let me see. Discord input. Mix 5. All right, Mix 5. That's the one, right? That's the one? Mix 5. Yeah. No, it is. It is. And it's well, it looks like it's already all right. It's doing the thing where it looks like it should be working, but it's not. That's not a problem. We've seen this before. Where is it at? Hello? No, you. No, I don't blame you. No, this is good. Hey, citizen. Because I needed to figure all this out anyway. No, it's the channel. So the audio channel, it's going into my mixer on channel 5, and I need to route channel 5 into OBS. And for whatever reason, it's not there. But I think I know. I think I know why. I just gotta. Right, and for me, this is I was looking forward to this all day so that we could specifically figure these things out, because there's a lot that I don't have an opportunity to actually do or test during the day until we actually come here. So oh my gosh, Swift. Oh, hey. Hello, citizen. I'm sorry. Well, good evening to you, my friend. Welcome. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You guys both have very classy voices. Exactly. Right. All right. One of these channels. I wish there was a way that I could show you guys what I'm looking at, because it is absolutely fascinating. All I have to do. All right, do me a favor, Sora. Say anything. Oh, 5. That makes sense. Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. So 5 needs to go to 5, 1, and 2, and then all of a sudden, it's going to work. It's probably already working. I think it might already be working.
Hopefully it's already working.
Find out.
Yeah, I think it is. I think we did it. I just have to figure out how to turn it down.
Yep, I hear me.
I
hear me.
All right, let me pull it down.
I'm loud.
Yeah, I think
it's
very
bad.
loud.
How many people can hear?
But there I am.
Oh.
All right. I think we're good, you guys. I think we're good. I pulled down the volume. I'm tossing the limiter on.
Nemo reports that it's working.
Nice.
Wolfenstein time.
It is time for the Stein.
Excitement.
Oh, hi. It's the person who isn't me.
Oh,
it's
hey,
the person that isn't you.
citizen. It's the other distinguished gentleman.
I see, Ryker. We all sound the same as Brits do. One pops into chat, and that's the blanket of the country. How dare you, sir?
Hey, you've been saying that about me and Sarcastic for 6 months now. How do you like it, huh?
Well, I mean, come on.
Well.
You do.
You guys do sound distinguished. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
It's just the weight of gravitas upon our shoulders.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It is your burden to bear. All right.
The ring bearer of old.
Are you guys I think it's yeah. That's so I have 2 different Discord instances going with 2 different channels, and one is like theoretically for like if we say we squad up in something, but there's also the live channel in Discord where people are watching. We might not want to have the squad chat at the same time in the other chat, and vice versa. So I have 2 different instances of that, but I think I'm going to do away with that. I really think I'm going to do away with that, because what I would rather is just the vibe to just be here hanging out and having, a chat, like one channel. It's either open and on the stream, or it's not, but it's one channel. not dividing it up. It gets too complicated. And
One channel to rule them all.
right. And
Sounds fair.
I kind of like the idea of it just being like an open channel, you know, to where people maybe they can't even watch the stream, but they want to just pop by and say hello, or, you know, whatever it is. They want to come and sing a song that they wrote or read a poem or something. Have that channel open. Think of it like you know, like in town. We all live in a little town together, and then after work we all meet up at the space lounge to just like chill. Oh, hey, I don't have a
Space
lot of time,
lounge.
but I just wanted to come by and say hello, you know, and someone else is there and it's like, oh, hey, here, look at, I'm painting my face with space paint. It's very strange. And everyone's like, hey, check him out with the space paint. That's cool. So I want to facilitate painting our faces with space paint digitally on Discord. So that's the plan.
That sounds like a noble endeavor.
A noble endeavor indeed.
See, you classy gents, you say noble endeavor and it makes me feel like this is important, you know, like it's true.
Like Knight of the Round Table, sir.
Right.
We dance whenever we're able.
Well done.
The Holy Grail.
Hey, Meneth, how's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Good, man. Good to see you. / hear
to see
you.
you too.
It is now officially party time.
It is. This is the largest
like-
live chat we've had so far.
It's
Yeah.
3 a.m. party time.
Well, if anyone
I'm gonna
knows
need to
about
turn this
partying,
down
it's
to
Citizen.
super loud.
Maybe. What have you heard?
I've heard you tell me to party hard.
That is true. I got a random comment on that video like 2 weeks after I did it today, and it just said, "Party so hard you puked." I was like, okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Party
Why
till
not?
you puke. It's the rule.
This
Oh, do you
channeling the
not
spirit
have
of
the
Andrew
suppressor
WK.
yet?
Do I not have what?
There's a suppressor for that handgun.
I'm
but
literally
apparently
at the
you don't
very
have it.
beginning of the game. Like, I just watched the doctor family get murdered in here, and I got up out of my wheelchair.
Yeah,
Oh, so new blood.
I know
then.
where you're at.
Is there
Some sort
I
of
think I missed
space
the last
looter.
one.
is there a button that I push to arm the Because maybe I do have the suppressor and I just don't know it.
You don't have the
No,
suppressor.
you don't.
Oh,
no,
okay.
no. You're like second of the first part of the game.
Right.
That padlock in the bottom corner, that's where the suppressor would be.
Oh, padlock. Oh, I see. Yeah. Down there.
You're gonna have backseaters here, I think, because I've certainly played every Wolfenstein. So.
Well, that's the thing is I've played them
If you
too.
need it, of course.
I've played
You need
almost all of them, but that doesn't matter to backseat gamers because they're not there for you. They're there for themselves
That is true.
to let everyone know that they've played that game before.
I've done this, you motherfucker.
Everyone,
played this
everyone,
game,
listen.
listen to
I've
me.
played this game and I know about it. Oh, nasty.
That's fine. She's just eating too many hot dogs and falling asleep.
Oh, classic hot dog coma.
Exactly. That's what the red stuff around her mouth below the pillow is. Just ketchup.
Oh, I just want to destroy
What?
him. I wish I was sarcastic right
That-
now.
I think that should have landed myself, but
I appreciate it.
I assume you're playing on hard.
Yeah.
yeah, he's playing on like yeah, he's playing on a hard one.
Yeah, I did New Blood, No Blood on hard. I haven't done New Colossus on hard.
And those poor snaps, I just can't get them. I can't do them. And I keep trying. I need to remove the mapping because it does that. You see that little tiny bit it moves just like that?
Yeah, yeah.
It just ends up driving me crazy. Oh! So I think I'd rather it not even do anything.
I think the problem right now is you're not treating this like it's hard. You're treating it like it's normal.
No, the problem right now is I'm messing with the Steam controller. So I'm getting a feel
Ah.
for my right touchpad sensitivity.
Are you even wearing your thumb socks?
I am. I
Yeah,
promise.
I saw them.
promise.
I saw them.
I didn't see the prep. That was all.
So I right now I'm getting a bearing for my gyro sensitivity and my touchpad sensitivity, and I'm getting some micro stutter in the game, which is kind of surprising, but and then my dampening sensitivity, which I need to increase. Well, decrease. Yeah. Decrease dampening by. Yeah, that's right. And I'm getting accustomed to where
really
my
do
weapons
love-
are. What'd you say, Sora?
I really do love the way the health works in this game.
How does it? Just the pickups? Like,
So not the pickups, but so it's kind of a mix between the new like Call of Duty style of health and like old school style of health. You regenerate health on boundaries. And at least to begin with, it's on 20 health boundaries. So if you get a little bit shot up and you're at like 90 something health, you slowly restore to 100. If you're at like 70 something health, it will restore all the way up until 80. And I just think that's rad because it combines the best elements to both systems. You can take a couple small hits and it doesn't like completely derail your game. But if you take a lot of bullets, you know, you don't just get off free after like 30 seconds of waiting for the blood to go away.
Right.
Nazis shooting folks who can't defend themselves.
And then I hold down my turbo pickup button and I just hoover everything into my inventory.
Slurp it up.
Oh, what was that? Is that her gun? Oh, she died fighting. All right, where's that? B. Okay, it's B. Shift B. Das ist deine Welt. Das ist mein Leben.
Wartet! Muss nachladen! Komm schon! Weniger Wicht!
There was a period of time right after playing this one and the prequel one where I could very clearly make out Stillhandgraten.
Yeah.
I'm like a mile away. I heard it so much playing this.
Well, what was the one with the two girls, like the sisters?
Youngblood.
Did
Youngblood.
anyone try that?
Poor sequel.
I haven't played it yet. It's
Game Pass.
on my as soon as it goes on sale for a ridiculously stupid price.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
Because I have heard very not good things about it.
It's very much like Borderlands 3. You know, Borderlands 3, the game is solid. It's just like the prior Borderlands with, you know, more bells and whistles. But the main antagonists were two social media YouTube pricks, and
Right.
it was a horrible story. This one, apparently, it's not quite as bad, but it's not dissimilar. Don't buy it, guys. Honestly, it's Bethesda to put everything on PC Game Pass soon, and
Ugh.
just you did that for like a month or something.
Yeah, you know what? I did something like really dumb. I saw Horizon, Forza Horizon was on Steam, and I was super stoked. And what was weird was I forgot why I was stoked. Because I bought the game on Steam and I was like, yeah, this will be great. I want a racing game. This is a great game. And then I'm playing it and I'm like, oh, I should grab my config for it. And then I was like, wait a second. If I have a config for this game, I must already have this game. And that's when I realized the game was on Game Pass and I had been playing it there before, like years prior. So I went back to Game Pass and I was like, well, shoot, it's right. I'm just going to reinstall it there and refund it on Steam. I can't believe I just bought a game I already have access to. What a
To
dork.
be fair, though, I mean, that's obviously because you're not keeping an eye on Microsoft a lot, so it's their own property. It's going to be on Game Pass. But I think a lot of stuff now is appearing so quickly on Game Pass. It's like, you don't know whether you've got it or not.
Oof. Yeah, like the Dooms and stuff, man. That's an amazing deal, you know? Just like as a
and you
Doom
guys
guy,
have always
I would
been shafted a
pay the
little bit on
price just
PC.
for Doom subscription.
Well, you guys have always been shafted a little bit on PC, just in terms of the stuff that doesn't carry over. But they're really working hard now to try and get as much as they can onto the PC as well.
Yeah, those
should
PlayStation,
improve.
those Sony exclusives have got me really excited. I'm really hoping Spider-Man comes.
I'm not sure with that. The problem is it's a Marvel thing. Disney
Yeah.
thing. Although they're like money,
Disney's your
so why
blocker on
not?
that one.
God of War will appear.
I think it'll
Days Gone's already going to appear.
the
so-
amount of money that Disney and Marvel are losing on the Avengers, I think might have them reconsider putting the good
Oh,
game
they're losing
out.
nothing. Square Enix is losing money. They're losing nothing. They're gaining the whatever percentage profit they agreed. It would be way lower than they expected, but they're
Right.
losing fuck all. Square
Well,
Enix
it's
very
that
good for everything.
expectation that I think ends up hurting them in the butt.
Yeah, for that type of game, certainly. Like
Yeah.
if you think about any kind of Disney property or Marvel property that will be a live service game, I think that's a problem.
Yeah, that was a very good Jim Sterling you did, by the way.
He's not difficult to do, to be fair.
I'm glad you found that trophy because I was debating internally whether or not to point you in its general direction to pick it up.
Does it matter though? Like, do the pickups? Like, is there a pickup that I
Well-
want to make sure I get?
So the trophy that you just picked up by playing the wiring mini game, it actually did do something for you.
Oh, nice.
Your maximum health has been increased by 10.
Really? Did I miss a
Yeah.
notification of that?
No, it wasn't very obvious.
Oh,
I just happened to know
right,
that that's what
right.
happened because
Because you're Mr. Wolfenstein.
something. I've played this game before.
Right. I mean, I have too, but apparently I didn't take notes or something.
I remember dumb
Handwritten
things.
pad.
Well, in my defense, I haven't played this since it came out, so a lot of games have come out since then.
Yeah,
played
that's
twice all
entirely
the way
fair,
through.
honestly.
I played it once when it came out and once a little bit later.
Like I
I
said,
forget-
I
fucking
remember dumb things.
You know, like certain things, like the way it looks, like look at this. This looks kind of objectively bad, but it looks fucking awesome. Like this looks like a really awesome compromise. You know, like I like it. I like the way this, even though I mean it looks dated and all that, like naturally, but I don't know. There's something about this game that almost has a I don't know why I want to say like a cereal box feeling to it. You know, like it feels like it's been
Well,
cut
because
out.
It's got that 1960s kind of aesthetic. That's what it's set. It's got that.
I mean more
Um,
specifically about the textures. You know,
Well, they're very
Low
soft
poly
and chunky, like Halo,
models
aren't
with high fidelity textures.
mm-hmm. Yep, that's it.
they? DJ Blazkowicz. Go on then.
Pick her up. Vroom.
Bad time to have a flashback.
I like to imagine that the girl driving is Mary Poppins, but this is just like her origin story.
That sounds reasonable.
What a violent Nazi bloodbath.
Yeah, yeah.
Jestem William J. Blaskovich, Ranger, Army, USA. I'm sorry, my Polish isn't very good. Are you fit to drive?
Where to?
Wherever.
Right in his good eye.
And they grieve for their dead. Such raw sorrow. Can't partake. Mine would flood oceans. Would drown me. If I let it out.
It's 1960.
1960.
Yes. You've stayed with us for 14 years. It's 1960.
I have to find a way to contact the U.S. military. I gotta find my unit, let them know I'm alive and ready for duty.
There's no more war.
It's over. No more military. No.
The war ain't over. Look at all these Nazis walking around.
They won.
It's over. The Nazis rule the world now.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, this is a trip for him.
Yeah.
The USA, they, what's the word? Poddacie.
Surrenders.
He surrendered.
Because of Boo!
Atom bomb.
They surrendered 12 years ago when Nazi
Yeah, they did the alternate history in this really, really well. There's a bit in New Colossus near the start, well, a bit after the start, where you walk into an American kind of town, cafes, etc., and everything's kind of Nazi orientated.
Right.
It's fucking cool as.
Yeah.
If they leave, the Nazis have them. And who can say where they keep them? Huh?
I am a trained and experienced field coordinator working on behalf of Generalstrasse himself. Do you know how much misfortune you are in if you do not release me? There is no point in keeping me here.
You can shut your mouth.
I will be very...
Look at him looking at
There's
me.
no point in keeping me here.
Family, if you let me go immediately.
Well, if there is no point,
On this.
then what are we doing here?
We shall see. Is there no point, my friend? We shall see.
Speaking of
Pass me
points,
the bullsaw, Hilda.
I want to beat him with a rolled up newspaper before I go straight in for the kill, but hey.
No, you don't.
Oh, I need splatter protection, of course.
Always remember your health and safety gear, proper PPE.
Yeah, health and safety gear.
Oh yeah, of course, in the drawer. That's where I keep my splatter protection.
Understand, you damned lunatic, that I am superior to people like you. Warum hörst du nicht, du Schwachkopf?
Hey, I'm not dumb. Oh, I need more splatter protection.
Whereabouts in Blight are you from, Swift?
just
Oh, apron. Yeah, that's helpful.
Scotland.
Do you realize who I am?
Okay.
It would serve you
My
well
lineage
if
from
you
Scotland.
stop what
My
you are
gran was
doing
at least.
and release me!
Aberdeen,
Du
I
bist
think.
ein gottverdammter Irrenanstaltsinsasse!
Oh, what?
What? I did not realize he could stand up like that.
Yeah, I like to mix
No,
it
I
up
didn't.
for
I
people
remember
who've played the
beating
game
shit
before.
out of him.
Let me tell you how this is gonna work. I'm gonna ask you one question. You are gonna answer that question in a way I find satisfactory, and if you do not, I will saw your head off with this here appliance, you hear me?
I love this part.
So here it comes. Where are you people keeping the captured resistance fighters?
I'm sure. I don't know what you're talking about. There is no resistance! Zur Hölle mit dir und deinem verdammten Widerstand!
If God had wanted you to live, he would not have created me!
Tell you! Damn it!
Precisely.
What do you want to know? The resistance fight!
Ori and the Blind Forest need more chainsaws.
Berlin, Eisenwald, Preußen. But you'll never make it there. There are checkpoints everywhere.
Heido!
Looking for you on the nurse. And soon they will find this place. And then you will be on your knees!
No, gotowy, gotowy. Jesteś przystojny chłop, panie Błaskowicz. Nie taki przystojny jak ja, ale nieźle, nieźle. Pilnuj jej. Rozumiemy się? Albo ja cię znajdę i zrobię ci krzywdę.
Rozumiem.
Dobrze. Dobrze. Więc wybieramy się do Berlina.
We ask for your mercy, Lord, as we make to journey across dark waters. Grant us sound feet and silent breath. Refuge from the storm.
Ihre Papiere.
And safe passage amidst hungry wolves.
Oh, far.
Goodbye.
That's
You did.
juicy. Take my hand if you want to live.
The road is not safe. You kill the Nazis. Here, I stay with Karl.
I understand that.
We wait for you here. Kill everyone.
You nuts.
Nice and simple mission objective.
We haul precious cargo. We have a train to catch.
Oh, I got the silencer.
Oh, there you go.
How do I put it on? Is it on already?
It might be. I don't think it is. Oh, it's on. It's on.
It
It's on.
looks
It's
like
on.
it is.
It's on. It's on.
Nice.
I can read. Honestly, the silenced handgun in this game is kind of broken.
In
it is
how?
it is obscenely accurate.
Oh.
Like, it is accurate to distances it probably shouldn't be.
Like that?
Yeah. It's wild.
Oh yeah, I remember. And you go towards the radio signal. Oh,
Yeah, that's where the commandants are, is the radio signals.
and those dudes will like call reinforcements and all that.
Yeah, if they spot you.
Can I shoot out the lights?
All you have to do is just not get caught. I don't think so. I don't think the lights are relevant.
Ah.
Well, that's that. Back to the car.
So, which of you guys play VR?
I do sometimes. If I'm not too lazy to set it up.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I just recently, as in this weekend, jumped back in and fired up some old games and stuff, and I had a really, really good time in Pavlov. They've got like a new World War II mode, and it's amazing.
Yeah, some of that stuff is really cool that they've got going on there.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really impressed, like with all the weapons and everything, and all the new because like I had played, the workshop maps and all the custom stuff, but that World War II stuff blew me away. It's like a totally different game. It's so detailed, and there was like it was just a trip, like moving around like behind a tank down a field, like an actual field with a bunch of dudes and a tank in front of us, and like it was a neat thing. I hadn't been sort of like in awe from a VR moment in a really long time, but that kind of made me audibly gasp a couple of times.
See, I'm just lazy. I see all the World War II stuff and I go, oh, that's awkward to reload.
To reload?
Yeah.
Oh, to reload the weapons? Right.
Some of that stuff isn't quite so obvious.
Right. I don't know. They make it work. I didn't have too much of a problem. Where am I supposed to go? I thought it was... Oh, I gotta go back to the car. Right.
Oh, yeah. Possibly. I remember broad strokes, not specifics, except in a couple of key circumstances, so I honestly couldn't have told you what to do.
Right on. Well, yeah. I feel like I figured it out, so I feel proud of myself.
Figured it out.
She's just staring at me, lady.
Accomplishment.
Shouldn't you be looking for Nazis or something? Oh.
Good aim for an old dame.
She popped him. You make me want to play this game so badly.
Oh, it's super fun. I love it. I get super excited because I keep remembering how crazy it gets later on. Though I don't know if I'm going to play this to completion this time. I think I'm going to play it for a bit and then I'm going to jump into the next one and just sort of, get a little taster of each. A little refresher.
Yeah, sure.
I don't really want to commit to like an entire playthrough.
It could be kind of long, especially if you go for like literally everything.
Right. And man, I'm missing my snaps. I hadn't realized how reliant on them I had become. There's probably a lesson there.
I went through I went through and I did literally everything. This is the... Technically, I have 2, but the other one doesn't count. This is the only game in my Steam library that I've gotten all the achievements for.
Oh, nice.
And
I don't know if there's any
intending
game
on-
that I've done that.
I was going back and I was intending on doing that with the prequel and the sequel. I just haven't quite gotten there. There's a lot more stuff to do in the sequel, and I'm like 1 or 2 shy in the prequel.
Right.
But yeah, no, I loved this game that much that I went through all the effort of playing it a dozen times over.
That's awesome. All with the Steam controller, right?
Yeah, well, no, not all. There were a couple parts where I didn't, but the vast majority of it was with a Steam controller.
Nice. Did you happen to
At
try
least
the...
once.
At least you beat it once with the Steam controller?
Well, one of the achievements is beat the game on the hardest difficulty level. I don't think I used the controller to do that. I think there were 2 or 3 other parts where I'm like, I don't really want to use the controller for something so hard.
Right.
And I didn't.
How do I go...
Other than that, I played with it.
I'm afraid to just walk down and do a war zone and kill myself. Oh, okay. It's fine.
Oh, there we go.
Ladder is one of the most dangerous things in video games.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, I did basically all of it with the Steam controller.
Nice.
So that was like 2 full playthroughs at least. Trying to be a little bit deliberately vague because I don't want to like super spoiler toss a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
But there actually are minor gameplay differences between choosing Wyatt and choosing Fergus at the beginning of the game. And in order to get everything, you'll have to do two playthroughs where you do both sides.
Sure, yeah.
Although, if you just want the achievement, literally just reload it when you have to make the choice. Apart from that. But Sora's right, there are little differences here and there.
Yeah.
And if you're going for like all the unlockables and things, you're going to need to do that. That's not something you can skip out on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I did this on the Xbox on hard, the hardest difficulty. And there were a bunch more sticking points than I'd imagine you would find with keyboard and mouse.
Right.
Do you remember the bits on the bridge, Sora?
Yes, I remember the bridge.
Yeah, and there's a bit on that which oh man, it drove me fucking insane.
I need to actually play some of these new Wolfenstein games at some point, because I still haven't.
Oh man, they're really good. At least the ones I played. This one, the next, and then the
New
other.
Colossus is the weakest of the 3, but this is the best in my opinion. New Blood, but they're all very, very good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is what this particular reboot series is one of those where they started out really strong, and then the later games kind of got not quite as good as they went.
Yeah.
Is this the first one of the reboot that you're playing just now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
New Blood.
Oh man! All right, I got to do that
I
better.
mean, you've got to be, the confidence for id to pass off one of its 2 different.
See you later, Meneth. If I haven't lost you already, have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Even under Bethesda's guidance is pretty big.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about the series as a whole. I mean, there's a few bumps later on, but pretty confident this is a pretty good game.
It balances the old Wolfenstein silliness of, cultist Nazis making war machines and magic stuff and all that, with a nice little bit of kind of brevity here and there, which is good. The script and the writing, particularly this one and Old Blood, is pretty good. Old Blood is more like an
action
I think
movie.
The original Castle Wolfenstein, the actual castle. So it's a nice throwback.
Yeah.
The Old Blood feels like a comic book, like a graphic novel to me.
Yeah,
it's got some real characters and
I can see that.
Yeah.
Everyone loves over-the-top pulp action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the bridge. I'm not sure if I got stuck on the bridge, but I definitely remember the bridge.
There's just a bit. I won't obviously spoil anything. There's a bit where you're on one side of the broken part, and there's a whole fucking major ton of enemies on the other side, including some real heavy hitters. And you're trying to get over in a cable car, and that was a bitch for me. I got past it eventually, but that was a bitch. That was one of those. Fuck you! Game off. Following day, come back. All right, yeah, no, okay. Let's go. Did it.
Right. Get that lift raised. Get going.
There are a few criticisms to be had, though. Like, for instance, look at how dreary every fucking environment you've been in so far is.
Right.
It does change up, obviously. But
Yeah.
I like generic environment.
It does seem to have some subtle stylized colors going on, but they are quite muted.
Yeah,
They
it
are.
uses
The contrast is
color in
pulled
a
down quite
very
low.
stylistic way. Splashes here and there. Especially during crazy combat sequences, you'll see a lot of beautiful color that doesn't really appear anywhere else.
Reminds me more of Arcane than, say, id. Id is far more pompous is the wrong word, I'd say, but palette-wise, they're far more bold, whereas I think this is far more Dishonored than anything else.
It does look like Dishonored, yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of washed out grey-blue feel.
There's been a few more games using more bold colors recently. Like Valheim, the color palette in that is beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's been a shift, hasn't there? I think this tone in particular started appearing as soon as Nolan released Batman Begins. Like everything seemed to
That
be
would make a lot of
drained of
sense.
color and realistic, and the palette, the color grading was like that. And now you're starting to see a lot of companies, like look at Phoenix, Immortals Rising, or Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's Nintendo, obviously, but that kind of bold color palette is far more prevalent now.
I could definitely see a lot of Video Game XX giving it the, hey, this movie came out and it was really successful, so we're going to copy it.
Right.
Oh, I just feel like that, like Nolan, brought in this era of downtrodden. Everything has to seem realistic, even with comic book stuff, and I think that kind of transposed to video games.
Aye.
Boy, perk.
Seems to happen occasionally.
It seems like there's just as many video games that buck the trend, though. Like it's kind of like what depends on what you're looking at. I think. Like
Well,
so
indies
many
do, baby.
games come out. Like take the Fallout games for example. They've always looked dreary and drab and ugly and depressing and sad and
I'm gonna conflate every word you said there and replace it with a single word: brown.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Morrowind, Fallout 3, even Fallout 4 to some extent, and kind of Oblivion. They're all very brown.
right. Can't blame that on Chris Nolan though.
No, definitely not. That's Bethesda.
Yeah.
I've been playing Morrowind
Morrowind's
for the
a
first
weird
time,
one,
and
'cause
I was
that's
amazed, but it was just a brown simulator. Brown and grey simulator.
Brown and grey alien planet simulator is Morrowind.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
The giant mushrooms and everything, you're like, what the f is going on?
I've never played Morrowind. A lot of the any of those like Elder Scrolls games because they all looked really drab
hi.
and boring.
Robodog.
Yep.
Morrowind is. I wouldn't
That's better
recommend
now.
it to anyone today.
It's
Skyrim,
I'd say the same. Yeah, without modernized mods, it's a difficult game to play. Its navigation system, its fast travel system, which it doesn't really kind of have, are a nightmare.
Yeah. It's very interesting if someone's like, I want to experience some video game history. I'd say that was very influential. Give it a look.
Right.
But if someone's like, I want to play a fun game, I'd be like, there's other games.
If you wanna start in
find
the
something.
Bethesda-verse, as it were, I'd go with Oblivion, because Oblivion's the first game I think they released that was diverse enough and technically competent enough, despite its crazy AI and weirdness,
Right.
that you can actually play it and really enjoy it.
None of those games appeal to me. I don't know why.
Oh man, I love fantasy RPGs. I love RPGs. That's kind of my lifeblood in games.
I used to, still do, but less so these days. But I'd say, like, get Skyrim and mod the hell out of it, which it would be difficult if you don't know anything about Skyrim, I suppose. You'd have to, like, look up suggested mod lists, but...
I would love to let...
But, yeah, if fantasy RPGs aren't your thing, then it's like, well, it's a fantasy RPG.
It's just not going to be your
Even if
thing,
you mod it.
absolutely, yeah.
Right.
And the
Yeah.
tried and tested dragons, swords, sorcery, orcs, you know, elves, all the rest of it.
I love
Unless
all
you're
that.
kind of really
I love
into
all that. I'm hugely into fantasy. I just don't like...
They
I just
fucking-
think that those
oh,
games
man.
look really, really boring. Like,
What
they
about
look...
ESO
I'm
then?
not saying that the gameplay is boring, but just like watching it, you know? Like, I've watched Grandma
yeah.
Shirley play hours of Skyrim, and she's the only person that can make me give a damn. No one has ever been able to make Skyrim look entertaining to me, except
What
for
about
her.
ESO then? Because you've got PvP and PvE and group ups, stuff like that, instead of just this, you know, singular.
Right.
Elder Scrolls Online.
I don't know how
That's one I've never tried.
the combat doesn't appeal. I'm too much of like an FPS person that when I'm playing a lot of RPGs where they deliberately like mechanically handicap you, you know, for the sake of the, you know, genre conventions, it kind of just drives me crazy. I'm like, why can't I jump? I should be
RPG
able
can
to
think
jump.
of that's done the FPS thing any justice at all. None.
What was that?
Good luck with these
Fallout 4
robots.
tried,
Right.
but failed.
Oh,
Vegas is enjoyable, especially if you mod the hell out of it.
I need somebody
Oh,
to
yeah,
mod
Vegas
it for
is
me,
crazy.
like someone who knows what they're doing. Mod it for me and then do something really, really weird and crazy and unexpected, and I would totally be down to check out like that experience, you know?
Look at my old
You
mod
play
list.
stuff
It's
like
probably about 500.
Rage 2, like
Say that again?
you play stuff like immersive sims, like Prey or Rage 2 is more open world, but then like Bioshock, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I played Bioshock 1, 2, and Infinite, and
Cool.
I played the old Prey. I didn't play the...
Oh yeah, I played the old Prey as well. I love the bit when you the opening where you kind of on the alien ship and then you wake up.
Right.
There was a whole planned sequel for that.
Oh,
Mapped
really?
Out, a touch into development, yeah, and then they cancelled it.
Is that the one where you're playing as a Native American guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought it was like Thunder from Killer Instinct or something.
Right.
Seem to be being attacked by a giant mecha robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, very big, very
The one
hard
easy
hitting
thing I always found
robots.
with Wolfenstein, with these giant enemies, like the major bosses and stuff, you literally can find a sweet spot on every level where they can not really hit you, and you just pummel them with ammo until you run out.
But that's not fun.
No, I know, but hey, AI, game design logic.
Yeah.
Have they given you a rocket launcher, or you just have to shoot it? With
I have to
bullets?
shoot it, but I'm out of ammo. Sora, what am I doing wrong?
There's
Squad
not
leader.
a rocket launcher yet. You don't get the rocket launcher until much later.
All
Yeah,
right.
much.
Here, I found some ammo though, luckily. I can't remember. Does this
I
guy have like
recall
a
having,
like a spot,
I recall have a what?
like a spot to shoot, like a weak point?
Yeah. I remember the last time the most
Oh,
effective
hey.
thing to do was to throw a grenade to stun it, and then just wail on it.
Right.
If you can actually, yeah, the big minigun thing, I would pick that up.
Yes.
That will help immensely.
Oh, another one. Damn it. Oh, get down. Oh, I wanted to reload it, but obviously I wasn't going to be able to do that with him standing there. Damn.
It's kind of difficult. I remember this being like
Go away from this place now.
the early game difficulty spike. This one took me like a dozen tries the first time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. The Wolfensteins definitely have that. They have that I think the first third, probably of every modern Wolfenstein game, is really difficult on hard until you start getting the extra weapons and leveling up your health and everything.
Right. I always play on
Takes a
hard.
while.
It,
I generally do now that I've got time, but back when I was working loads, I dropped to normal.
yeah,
Skip
that's
through games.
understandable.
I generally pick the difficulty that's in the middle.
Yeah, it's more rational.
Yeah, I'll start with hard, and then if I come across something which is taking me like a day or two, and I can't come back to it and defeat it, then I'll maybe drop down.
Right.
I didn't do this for Doom Eternal, and that's probably why I didn't pick it back up again. It was because the game got like much harder than I was really wanting.
Yeah.
That's very weird. I did exactly the same. I haven't finished. I've finished 2016 plenty of times. Haven't finished Eternal. Same thing. I probably got 2/3 in, and it was on hard. And I know I can drop it down, but it was pissing me off, and I just stopped.
Yeah,
And
that
the
Marauder
platforming in that
is a
game
real
could
dick, isn't
flip
he?
Right off.
I didn't even encounter the Marauder. I didn't get that far in.
Yeah.
No, the Marauder is an absolute twat.
I was thinking, all right,
probably
well,
ought to
I just don't got it down yet. It's not really supposed to be this hard. I'm just an idiot. I just haven't. I'm not doing it right. But then,
you're entirely wrong,
I know. Because then hours later, you realize, nope, that's just the way it is. And then you keep playing the game, and you're having a good time again. Everything's fun. You feel balanced. You feel appropriately powered. And then all of a sudden, the Marauder shows up, and it's just like them just being a bully. You know, it's
just
like
instills fear. Yeah,
right.
I just
remember
need
when
to start
Karen
thinking over
reviewed
it.
it and we were talking about it, and he was like, I cannot believe this fucking Marauder.
Right.
Everything else is fine, but fuck me.
Is this
I
out
just
of
think I
ammo?
need to start over on a lower difficulty.
Shoot.
It should have.
I think it's out.
Oh, no, it's out. It's out.
Yeah, damn.
Out there, yeah.
It also doesn't help that Eternal is just overall a much more difficult game than
Right.
16 was.
Constantly changing weapons.
Like,
Run out of ammo more often. And like I said, the platforming sections for me, some of them are almost broken.
Oh, in my opinion, that's the reason I stopped playing it. Just absolutely not fun at all to me. And not the kind of fun that I want when I'm playing a Doom game, you know? It's
Well, that's what put me off. There was one bit in particular where I had to do a couple of wall jumps, and then it was like a series of slides onto more wall jumps, and I hit the bottom slide to jump off into the other area, and I don't know how many times I missed it. Like, I would wait until a fraction of a second you had to leap off the concrete and believed I couldn't go any further, and then, like, I don't know, 2 days later I managed to make the jump. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Doom, why am I fucking wall jumping?
it's kind of strange. I would not have wanted to use the word tactical to describe a Doom game, but that's honestly the way that I have to describe Eternal, is that you have to play it a lot more tactically and thoughtfully.
Yeah,
it's
right
very
ammo
much
type, right enemies, and you didn't really have to do that in 2016. It was just Doom.
Yeah, 16 was a lot more lenient and allowed you to unga bunga a lot more than Eternal does.
Yeah, absolutely. And glory kills, I think, were a bit stronger as well.
I still love jumping into Doom 2016. Like, even just replaying certain levels in the arcade mode, it's an insanely fun experience. It's almost this is gonna sound really dumb. I used to really be into yo-yos. The physics of a yo-yo was very fascinating to me. I became very obsessed with yo-yos and pendulums and all sorts of things. But the satisfaction I would get out of a yo-yo is very, very similar to the satisfaction that I get out of playing Doom 2016 in particular. Damn it, it's again has no ammo. Sora, what's wrong? Why doesn't it not have ammo?
It had ammo. It might have been because you got zapped by those guys, because it had ammo.
All you can do is go over there and slap it a bit. Okay?
That's what I need to do. I need my squad leader.
I
Fuck
used
you.
to be able to do rock the cradle on a yo-yo long ago.
Yeah, that's a classic. That's a classic.
25 years ago or something.
I was into yo-yos at some point. I wasn't super good at them though. There were like 2 or 3 things I could do. But, yeah, I think what happened is it's a big laser beam, like bomb things they keep shooting. That's the Gatling laser with its energy. I think that's what happened.
I think you're right.
Because I watched you pick it up, and I saw that the charge meter was full.
Right. Okay. No! No!
Oh.
It's like every time it turns gray, I think I have a chance to get away, but I don't.
It does get much easier after a few of these levels, but you are like I do remember this being semi-brick shit hard.
Yeah, me too.
Hold on! We'll go away from this place.
All right, I'm gonna go the other direction.
Where it's like you get it's that early game struggle where you don't have like enough collectibles and other stuff.
Right. See, I don't.
You come back through on another game where you've collected like half the stuff, and then suddenly it's less difficult.
Right. See, I don't hate this. To me, this is still balanced. This is still fun. This is. Oh, mother's milk.
Yeah, you got zapped.
Okay, so there. I'll put it back, and then I'll take it off. And as long as I don't get zapped. See, because like, I like it when you die a bunch before you win. Like in most things, like not all the time, obviously, but like in a boss encounter, I want to die, you know? Like I don't want to just
sense of achievement and a
fly
challenge.
through
Yeah,
it.
exactly right. Yeah.
Just like oh, I was gonna make a dumb joke about leveling systems and senses of achievement and DLC and drop rates. All those things sort of combine in a comedic sense that's somewhat relevant to the video game industry. And there you go. So just sort of imagine that I said that.
Appreciate that turn of phrase, Nemo.
Unga Bunga, that's that band from the 80s, right? Danny Elfman?
Yep.
When I did this the first time, I remember thinking that very reserved and deliberate use of my grenades helped me through it.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, because I noticed that when they're stunned, they don't do nothing. They're stunned for a bit. Oh, hi, he's right
Nemo
here.
was correcting.
Do you know what I did? I'm pretty sure.
Shit.
This is major recollection. I'm pretty sure I killed this guy in the cabin that you were in. And I literally kept backing into the cabin, hiding behind the side wall, and then coming back out again.
Right.
That was it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I choose this encounter or not.
See, I
remember at this point.
I think I did.
There's a lot of stuff that I would probably do if I wasn't playing live. But then when I'm playing live, I feel like it's not super entertaining if I'm just like peeking around a corner, just like, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I always feel like, dude, you've been sitting here for too long shooting around the corner. Go, like do something, move.
Yeah, I get you.
I feel for entertainment value, it's even more entertaining when I die from a viewer's perspective than if I like cheese a victory. You know? Like I'm willing to look like a loser.
You are the way you are though. Like you're a mature adult human being who doesn't lose their shit when they die. If it was someone who went mental every time they lost a life in a game, then that's where I'd back away.
Right, because then it's all about fun, right? And it's not fun to watch somebody have a bad attitude or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's one of the things that's always kept me from watching a lot of streamers and stuff is they're so much more emotionally invested than I am. And it almost makes me feel like watching someone play sports, you know? Like I'm not there with you on that same emotional level. So for me, it seems like overreacting, and I don't identify with it.
Well, I'm playing a video game. Whether you're watching me just play a video game or you think I'm some way like fully emotionally involved,
right?
That's very different. So if you're picking your keyboard up and smacking the wall with it after you fucking lost 3 times or died 3 times, then that's too much for me.
Right.
At 41, I just want to chill.
Right.
I don't need the hassle. And besides, at that point, hopefully you've seen some tactic or some weird solution that you've kind of
right.
Out, and all the better when you actually do it.
So yeah, I find the concept of difficulty in games really fascinating. I've recently figured out, in terms that I can explain, that essentially, if I feel like I get punished really hard for small mistakes, I get really frustrated.
Right.
That makes sense.
Ah, yeah. Fuck you, big guy.
What era you're born in? Like, I grew up playing in the arcades, and I grew up playing on the ZX Spectrum. So every game I played was brick shit hard. So when people now say, "Oh man, Sekiro is like the most difficult game I've ever played," go and fucking play, I don't know, Ghosts and Goblins. if you really think that's that difficult. I've got quite a
Sekiro's
transient
pretty
idea of what
tricky.
difficulty is.
I was glad Sekiro wasn't as hard as it was hyped up to be, because I think I would have got frustrated if it was too hard.
I think it was quite flexible compared to prior Soul games.
Oh, you got him, you got him.
Skyhawk and all that.
Nice.
Again, though, it just had that little, but the initial kind of third of the game was quite difficult, and then once you start getting all the upgrades and stuff and leveling up.
Oh yeah.
all good.
I'd figure out how to parry reliably.
Oh, the parry. Yeah, I think it's a lot of it is how you grow into games. You know, what area you've grown up with games, and what kind of games you start playing on. The first games I was playing, the first ever games I played were brutal platformers, absolutely brutal, just like Pitfall. And then it was beat 'em ups, and they were all fucking really difficult at the time. I don't mind.
Well, looks like I have to bail out, so I hope that you succeed in your endeavors of shooting Nazis and making the world a slightly better place.
Right on, Sora. Thanks for stopping by.
Take it easy, mate. Have a good night.
Catch you guys later.
Have a good night.
Okay.
Now you got two Brits. What are you gonna do?
Huh? I feel like I'm in good shape. I'm killing Nazis. I got a couple of Brits in my ear feeding me intel. So
I've got a good 30 minutes in me yet. Maybe before I have to crash a bit longer. Maybe.
I'm 40 minutes late as it is. So we're probably gonna call it here in just a minute.
Oh yeah, of course. I didn't realize you started at like 1 something. Oh no, you started later tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, a little late, but I usually have to end at the same time, regardless of whether or not I start on time.
Okay.
Augenblick mal. Lassen Sie sich ansehen.
We should shut up for a minute. This is a good scene.
Yeah.
Ja. Sehr schöne arische Züge. Findest du nicht auch, Bobi?
Ja, mir gefallen seine Augen.
Bitte, setzen Sie sich. Entschuldigen Sie mein Benehmen. Ich bin Obersturmbannführer Engel.
Come back, Nemo. What you doing?
Ein liebreizender.
She's scared of the Nazis.
Das bist du doch.
Well, I think I said, let's be quiet for a minute because of the scene. And she was like, right, fuck it.
Ich möchte Sie einem Test unterziehen. Damit lassen sich Spuren unreinen Blutes, die in den Adern einer Person fließen, feststellen. Ich bin mir sicher, dass Sie diesen Test mit Leichtigkeit bestehen werden. Und wenn nicht, dann werde ich Sie erschießen. Haben Sie das verstanden? Das ist nur ein Test!
I'm sure when this came out, there was some very weird controversy over the marketing because some people were offended by the fact they were treating Nazis badly or something weird.
Oh.
Like, what? Are you crazy?
Yeah, that's not very tolerant. What
Of
the
course
heck?
treat them badly. Shoot them all in the face. All of them.
I mean, isn't it Nazis and aliens that are the two things that you're allowed to shoot in video games with no
Exactly. It
controversy?
shouldn't be divisive in any way at all.
It's the one thing we were able to agree on.
Yeah, we should all agree on it. Hello, Fish Sabers. How are you doing?
Also, surprise, I'm back. I didn't actually have to leave.
Oh, hey, what's up, Sora? Welcome back.
It's been a whole 5 minutes since you've seen me. Wowzers.
How you doing? Has anything changed?
I know what I'm having for dinner. That changed.
Oh, nice. Oh, BJ. You blew it, capiche? Get up.
Ow. That hurt.
Oh, I didn't even realize. I've forgotten how this scene plays out, so I wasn't sure if that was part of it. All right. Take the gun and then shoot her in the head. Sure. Come on, go, sure. No, it didn't work that time either. Right in the balls.
Would advise not taking that course of action again.
Well, maybe I just
personally.
need to
You
shoot
do
her
you.
faster. I just need to shoot faster.
You do you.
Teeth.
Ach so. Und jetzt wählen Sie das Foto, das in Ihnen Glücksgefühle auslöst.
Well, butterflies are actually aliens from another planet, so fuck those guys.
Almost like the piranha plant from Little Shop of Horrors.
Meinen Sie, dass dieser Mann unreines Blut hat, Bernhard?
Ich weiß nicht, Frau Obersturmbannführer.
Ja, das werden wir bald wissen, nicht wahr? Diesmal wählen Sie das Bild, das Sie am meisten mit.
She just carries these around with her. Well, everyone has a skull, so that's not so disgusting. Spiders, on the other hand. What? What, you don't like spiders?
Dass das Ihre letzte Wahl ist. Also wählen Sie weise.
Stupid lady. I always choose wisely.
Ich sage Ihnen etwas. Wenn Sie ein Nicht-Arier gewesen wären, hätten Sie zur Waffe gegriffen.
Sie müssen diese Dame schon entschuldigen, aber sie ist sehr stolz darauf, diese Bilderrätsel mit Bild.
She's not aware of the 2 previous timelines where we did grab the gun.
I'll tell you what though, the actress, she did a little documentary, or was part of a documentary which she talked about this character, and just how fucking difficult it was to do. Like a maniacal female Nazi who's in control and is nasty as all fuck.
Ich nehme mal an, eine bildhübsche Frau wird in seinem Abteil warten auf ihn.
Ach, Bobi, lass gut sein. Vergessen Sie den Kaffee für Ihre Freundin nicht.
Okay, this is a silly detail. Wiggle the camera around. Your coffee is magic. It's
Right.
not spilling.
Welcome to game physics.
That's like my favorite part is that they don't even. It doesn't even pretend to slosh. It's just
It
nope,
might also
magic.
be me just like through the stream, but the coffee looks slightly purple.
It does look a little purple to me too. A little blue.
Yeah, I see it on both streams.
And this is where they get it on, if I
Yeah.
remember. I might be wrong.
Well, this is where it gets steamy, folks, so thanks for hanging out. Hey. Welcome back. Right now I have the audio for the music in my ear, like what you're hearing, but I'm also hearing the game audio. And because I'm in a train right now on the game and I don't have it paused, it just sounds, well, here, listen. I don't know if it comes through, but just like the sound of a train with like the synth jam, and it feels so nice, you know? I'd like to ride a train one day. All right, everybody. Thank you all for coming by and hanging out. I hope you enjoyed killing Nazis with me. It was a good time. And thanks to Citizen and Sora and Swift and Nemo and Meneth, who all stopped by to hang out in the live chat. It's super cool. My new favorite thing. All right, everybody. I never even got around to telling you what I've been thinking about. But that's what tomorrow's for. So, if you're available, come on by tomorrow. I'll tell you what I've been thinking about. And you can tell me what you've been thinking about. It'll be a good time. Okay, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll see you tomorrow.